Hi Gemini, welcome to Dawn Till Dusk Tarot. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what you can expect in the month of October. So we will start by laying out your cards, and I will say that you are the group that had the most cards come out as I was shuffling, so I believe that this will be a very important message for you this month. I think a lot's going to be happening for you this month, so let's just get right into it. So we have the Tower, the Six of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Death card. For the Romance Angels, we have Passion. For the Moonology Oracle, we have Look at the Bigger Picture. And then for the Wisdom Oracle deck, we had two cards come out as I was shuffling. So we have Observer and Not For You. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. But let's start with tarot. And what I see is this Four of Cups energy. This is the energy that you have been in. And what this is you have been, you've had tunnel vision, I guess I could say, because you have been looking at a situation too closely, as in you have been too involved in the situation to be able to take a step back and look at it with a different perspective. So what I see is this is a situation that you have been in for a while, and it has caused you to really start to focus on the negative aspects of this situation. So as we see in this card, he's looking at all of these cups here, and he's looking pretty frustrated. He's not looking very happy with these cups. And we see him being offered this new cup, that this would signify a new opportunity, a new relationship, whatever it is. But he is too focused on whatever this is right in front of him that he isn't seeing that this new offer is being provided to him right in his face. So whatever this situation is that you're dealing with, you are too caught up in the negative aspects of it. So I really see that this is probably to do with a relationship, because it is cups, which is usually emotional situations in tarot. So this could very well be that you are in a relationship with someone that is really, the relationship is not making you happy anymore. This could also have to do with a career, so this could have to do with a job that you've been in for a while, and you're kind of losing your passion for this specific career. And so every day you're getting out of bed and you are immediately just thinking of, you're dreading going to work, or you are thinking of this relationship that you're in, and you are thinking of how unhappy it makes you, or you're just kind of wondering where the spark went for this other person that you've been with for a while. And I really see that you have reached kind of a dead end in this situation. I usually, when the Four of Cups shows up, it's showing to you that you really need a fresh start, because you are looking at this situation in this negative light. So obviously it's kind of reached this conclusion of all you can see is what is wrong with the situation, basically. And the universe is asking you to look around you and see what positives you can find in your life, or see if there are opportunities aside from this thing that's sitting right in front of you that would offer you more happiness and just be a better fit for you. So I believe that's why we have the Tower card showing up, because this is going to be that moment of clarity for you, and it's going to show you that this situation has reached its end, and it's time to move on to something else. And that's why this is going to be such a big moment for you this month, because as I said, you have just been so focused on this negative situation that you have missed out on other opportunities. And this Tower moment is going to happen for you so that you stop missing out on other things. So when this situation happens, and when you have this moment of clarity as to how you can move forward and branch out and be open to other things in your life, go with that. Don't deny it. Don't push it down. Don't say, that's just, I'm not thinking clearly, because that moment of clarity, that will be the clearest that you've been able to think for a while. It will actually open up these new opportunities for you, and you'll be able to get out of this sort of negative, just this energy that you've been in for a while that's caused you to see the world as a place that really doesn't have anything to offer you, or you just have accepted the fact that maybe you lost your passion for your career or your passion for even your partner, and that's just the way it's going to be. This moment of clarity is going to show you that that's not how it has to be, and whatever it is that you need to do to move forward from that just stagnant place that you haven't looked around to see other opportunities, this moment is going to happen for you this month, and it's going to open up new things for you. Because I also see with the Six of Swords, this is you finally getting the guts to move forward in whatever way that feels good for you. Because the Six of Swords, as we see, there's this water that looks kind of rocky, and it looks just uneasy and not good water, obviously, to sail in. It looks like it would be difficult. He is moving away from that. He's moving into this calm, nice water that it'll be smooth sailing, I guess you could say. So this is going to be the energy that you actually start to move into this month after you have that Tower moment. You're going to start to gravitate towards more positive energy and more positive experiences and opportunities. And the more positive experiences you have, they will start to build on each other, and that's what's going to drag you out of that place of feeling like you're stuck, or feeling just like, okay, I lost my passion and now I just have to give it up. I have to just accept the fact that this is my life and this is just how it's going to be. You don't have to accept that. There's always other opportunities that will come into your life to reignite something. So even if you feel like up to this point you've kind of lost your fire inside of you, whether that be, like I said, for your career, maybe you don't feel fulfilled anymore, or your current relationship, or if you're looking for a partner, you'll be able to open yourself up to that now and have just a more positive attitude, because you're going to develop this clarity this month. It's going to be very important for you. And the Death card is actually showing up here to show us that there will be a rebirth within yourself. And this is going to be a reignition of that flame, to where you will be able to, I don't want to say that you've necessarily been depressed, but that's almost what this feels like to me. It almost feels like, since you've been so focused here on this, to where you're just kind of, you're stuck and you're focusing on the negatives, that can very well, at its most extreme, lead to full-blown depression. And even if not depression, it just leads to a very negative outlook on life and the world, and just, everything that you go through on a daily basis. You can either choose to look at it from a negative or a positive light, and I think that lately you have just been in this negative way of thinking, which that happens to everybody. Everybody gets into a little bit of a funk where they just, they have a hard time seeing the good in the world. But you are going to get that spark back. And that's why the Death card is showing up. It's showing you that this will be the death of that negative outlook. It's going to just kind of die off, fade away, and you will have that positive, happy, looking, not saying that you're just going to see everything as just butterflies and rainbows necessarily, but you also won't just see a storm cloud over everything. You'll have just at least a more realistic view of things, as opposed to a negative view. So this is going to be a big month for you, because you have needed this for a while. You have needed to have something come into your life to make you feel positive again. You've been in kind of a negative slump, I can see, and something is going to come along to snap you out of that. So we see passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So like I said, this is going to be this newfound passion just for life in general. It could be finding passion with your partner again. It could be finding passion with a new partner. But really, I just see it as a general passion for life again. You're going to get back out there and feel like there is a possibility and a probability of positive outcomes, as opposed to focusing on all the ways that things could go wrong. You're going to start to see the possibility of how things could go right. And that's going to just change so much for you, because it's going to, all of these new opportunities that have wanted to come in, that the universe has been wanting to send you, it's going to start to happen for you, because you're going to be open to it. Even if positive energy wants to enter our lives, we can kind of block that. Whether or not we mean to, we have the ability to block that with pushing it out with our own negative thoughts and feelings. So the universe is just going to be able to finally push through and really build on this positivity that you're going to be feeling, and it's going to reward you with new positive experiences and opportunities, and it's just going to really start to build on itself and stack up in a positive direction. And that's where your passion's going to come back to you again. You're going to feel just a lot better about life in general. And then we have, look at the bigger picture. So this is showing up because if we are very focused on the negative side of things, there's a whole other side that we're missing out on. Because as I said, if we are so focused on what could go wrong in a situation, there's 1,000 things we could come up with about any given situation about how it could go wrong. You know, you can, especially if once you start to give into that negativity of your mind has so much power, and you have such a creative imagination that it's very easy to come up with a lot of negative outcomes for even just one situation. But if you look at the bigger picture, and that's what you're going to be opening up to this month, is being able to look at multiple perspectives. So while you can still entertain the possible negative outcomes, that's not going to just be where you stay. You're not going to be trapped in the negativity. You're going to be able to, yes, consider those outcomes, but you're also going to equally consider what could go right in the situation. And that is going to open up so many things for you. And it's just going to be such a different outlook that you're going to feel so much better about even just getting out of bed in the morning. You're going to feel like, you know what? I'm not going to assume that this day is just going to go horribly wrong, and here's all the ways I think it can go wrong and the negative outcome of the day. You're going to be able to just look at any given day with no expectations, and you will be able to see that it could just as easily go right, and good things could happen to you. And it's going to allow good things to come to you, and the universe will be able to provide you with those good things that you've been waiting for. So let's start with the Observer card, because this is a card about stepping away from a situation to gain clarity on it, kind of like it says, being an observer of things as opposed to being. This is going to tie in to this card here, where, like I said, you're too involved in the way of thinking that is keeping you stuck. And if you would just step back, like this card shows here, if you would just step back for a second from looking at these 3 cups and look at this cup that's right in front of him, he would see that he has other opportunities and he has positive things coming to him, but he won't step back to see that. So this card is just showing up to show you that you will be able to be more open to seeing other possibilities when you let yourself step back from the situation and just look at it with fresh eyes, see it as a totally neutral energy that it's giving, as opposed to just focusing on only the negative aspects. And when you see it from this outside perspective, it's going to show you that there are many different outcomes, like I was just saying. That they can be negative, they can be positive, but you need to be able to be open to either one happening for you to allow the possibility for things to be positive. So this is just asking you to step back and give the situation a chance to go in the positive direction if that's where it's supposed to go. And then we have Not For You. So this brings up a quote of, rejection is the universe's protection. So if this situation that you're dealing with, that, as we talked about in the beginning of the reading, if this situation that you have lost the passion for, whether it be the relationship, whether it be the career, whatever it is, whether or not this situation will work out is totally up to what you decide to do. You know, if you realize that the situation is not going to improve or you're not going to feel better about it, then you will have to make that decision to move forward and to go on to other things. But that just shows that there is something better for you if that's how it ends up turning out. Because like I said, and like this reading has been about, when you let go of the focus on the negative aspects of your current situation, these new opportunities will be able to open up for you, and that's going to put you in a situation that will serve you better, fulfill you more, and just encourage that passion to come back into your life. So like I said, if it happens to turn out in a way that you have to move forward from this situation and no longer be involved, that is guided by the universe, and you will be provided with something that's a better fit for you. So don't get too caught up in the fact that the loss of this situation. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel bad if it's, if it's a person or a career that you cared about and it hurts you to have to walk away. That's totally understandable. But just remember that there's a reason that this situation ended, and there is something better that will come your way if you can stay in that mentality of positivity and just looking for those new opportunities that will be provided to you. So like I said, this is going to be a pretty big month for you. I think a lot's going to be happening, and you're going to have a lot of important decisions to make. But like I said, you're also going to have a lot of new opportunities and a lot of positive energy coming your way. So in reality, it's going to be a very big month, but it's also going to be a very good month. Once all the dust settles and it's all said and done, you're going to feel rejuvenated, and you'll get this passion back that you feel that you've been lacking recently. So I hope that this offered you some clarity, and if it did, I would appreciate if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like. And I hope you have a great month, and thank you very much for watching.